Are you mad? Because you're about to be. So before I even get into the Supreme Court of Appeals, the FCC, and Verizon, let me explain really quickly in case you don't know what net neutrality is. Net neutrality basically says that all bits of data, all websites are created equal and they should flow equally throughout the internet. Meaning, Comcast can't block Netflix or YouTube or Amazon Prime. They can't slow down those websites or block those websites and push Comcast Tube or Xfinity Video, their own websites. The internet has to remain free and equal. All websites are created equal. Nothing can be blocked. And if they are blocked, the FCC can go in there and say, whoa, nope, can't do that. You've broken a tenet of net neutrality. And net neutrality has been around since the 80s because it was just a tenet of how the internet should be. Another good thing about net neutrality was they couldn't charge you more to go to YouTube or to go to Netflix or go to a video site or to use Skype or any of these things. They couldn't do that. Without net neutrality, they can, and that's exactly what they want to do. They want to do their damnedest to create cable 2.0. So why should you be pissed to the high heavens exactly the way I am? Easy. What they can do now is go to you and say, you know what? You want Netflix? You like Netflix? Do you? Okay. Well, so now with Netflix, you have to pay $7.99, $8.99 a month, their monthly fee. And now through your internet carrier, they can say, oh, if you want to access Netflix, you have to pay us for that package. We'll give you the streaming video package, which includes Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and they're only going to offer the companies that pay them to be carried. This also kills innovation. So you're saying if somebody starts up a website tomorrow, that they're going to slow down and throttle their speed so that it's so slow and inaccessible, and they're just going to say, well, you know what, Xfinity is faster, why don't you go over to our website, or you know, Hulu's fast, we've got an interest in them, why don't you go over there? So they can kill competition. And the Supreme Court did go on to say that this would hurt consumers, but not so much because they could change internet providers, but I don't know what kind of crack pipe they're smoking, because in each area that you live, you're lucky if you have 2 internet providers that you can choose from. And in a lot of places, it's just one and done. And that isn't done by mistake. These companies literally have backdoor deals and say, hey, you take New York City, we'll take this area, we'll take that area, and then it works out for them because there's no competition. But what can you do at this point, since I get it, we can't on our own reclassify the internet? You should get mad. You should get damn mad, because the only reason why CISPA and SOPA failed is because people got pissed. People went on the internet, people went on Twitter, people went on Facebook, people went all over and were just like, no, this is bullshit. And you should call your senator and send email Wheeler and tweet him and say, look, reclassify the internet, save net neutrality, because you should get mad. And for everyone saying, oh, you know, it'll stop piracy. No. See, the internet ain't cable TV. It's not going to stop piracy, because throttling a pirate has never stopped a pirate. And between VPNs and proxies and everything else we can do, it has never, if anything, it will increase piracy, because what you're saying is, you know, oh, you used to pay, you know, $8 for Netflix. Now you got to pay $8 for Netflix plus be on our, you know, Netflix plan in order to access Netflix. The one thing too we have on our side is we're used to an open internet. So they're gonna slowly start making calculated changes, because they're not stupid, these, you know, internet companies. They want to see how much they can get away with, how far. And for everyone that says, oh, you know, it's not a big deal, it's no big deal, for everyone whose argument is, you know what, I don't believe in regulation, blah, blah, blah. Look, it's not so much about regulation or deregulation or any of this crap. It's about this. This is the honest truth that I've noticed. Everyone is trying to control you. If it's not the corporations, yes, it's the government. And what you have to do as a consumer and as a citizen is do your damn best to vote and outcry whenever you see one of these things trying to overpower the other and completely screw us. And usually, and I get it, in America, our courts and everything else is pretty much paid for. I get that. They buy these laws. I understand. But if you get pissed enough to the point where you're like, you know, I'm not going to vote for you because your hands are tainted with so-and-so money, you actually can make a change. I know, it's shocking. So get mad. I beg you. Get mad. If you care about nothing else this year, if you're just like, I just really don't care. If you care about nothing else this year, let it be this. Because, listen, VPNs, proxies, everything else, they're not taking away my internet. I'm not going down without a fight. Personally, I see the rise of the Darknet. And basically what's going to happen is there's going to have two sets of, you know, people that know how to use the internet and know how to access information freely, but the rest will not. I mean, look at cable TV. Do you want to live in a world where all you have is cable TV? Because that's basically what they're trying to do. They tell you what to watch, what time to watch it. They give you whatever information that they want you to have. They don't want you to go figuring out stuff for yourself, unbiased, unpolitical information. No, no, no. They don't want you to have access to facts. And that's, realistically, that is what it is about. And you have to think too, why is it that so many people now are eating healthier and pissed about GMOs and, you know, seeing how much, you know, salt and fat are in foods? Why are so many people, like, you know, McDonald's is on the decline. Have you seen their stock lately? Like, people are eating less and less McDonald's. Why is that? Is it because of the Netflix documentaries that you know, tell you how bad certain food is? Is it people doing their own research? You have to understand, knowledge and access to information is so powerful. Think about the elections. Think about how we know how much the Koch brothers donate and all these, the Heritage Foundation and all, you know, who donates to who. Think about it. Don't be stupid. Don't be a sheeple. Don't let them manipulate you. I beg you. Get mad. Get mad. Have articles on, you know, going even deeper into net neutrality, what's going on, even more in depth with the Supreme Court ruling, and just other people's videos on why you should get mad, because you really, 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 really should get mad. Alright, you guys, that's it for me. To quote the greatest show on earth, live long and prosper. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Get mad. Thank you. Like, you really, like I said, I really don't have personal stuff going on to ever talk about, you know, let's just talk about, you know, net neutrality and, you know, Oculus Rift and good stuff.